Anybody else that are watching now, how many of you feel, yes, you have the call now. You have to experience Pratyaksha Pada Puja now. Please post it on the comment section. And we have more sharings from people of how they have experienced. So far, how many sharings we listen to. How each of them have beautifully shared the experience of gratitude, that profound space that they experience just by offering Yakshapada.
And we are going to be also sharing with actually anybody who wants to do this and you have the intention, go ahead and you can just let us know. And as I was sharing, I would like to continue to share about the difference between dana and dharma, because it is very important for us as Hindus, as responsible Hindus, to understand this difference. Because when you have, let's say, you want to give food for someone who's homeless, good, it's a good quality because that will help them being. You giving once, that homeless person might be happy at that time. He might feel really satisfied at that time. Will bless you even for you to help him to get rid of this hunger. But so that is dana. That is like charity. Dharma is ensuring, by giving him continuous support, ensuring he is having food continuously, right? Because that is the real help that you will do to keep him alive. Same way, to keep anything alive, it is the continuously offering and keeping it alive is the real dharma. That is the dharma. That is why every king in every few months once will do a big like a big charity and continuously giving, doing different rituals and giving, keeping the whole enlightenment ecosystem alive just through dharma. This is dharma. This is what will help you. This is what will make you manifest what you want and make you give what you're manifesting. Give the same experience, what you are experiencing, to others also. And we are having a lot more of you who are joining. And I just have one more quick sharing that we have. But how when a person had dialed the call from Swamiji after offering Pratyaksha Pada Puja, directly hearing Swamiji's voice, talking to them personally, what was their experience? Let's watch it now. And just to let all of you know, we are going to be having live Parashakti Akashic reading starting directly through the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, living avatar, the 1008th living avatar of Paramashiva, Jagadguru Maha Sannidhanam, His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Shri Nithyananda Paramashivam at 11 p.m. IST. And in a few more minutes, we'll also be beginning the Paramashiva Dhyana Mantra. So get prepared, get ready, and let us get ready for a spiritual feast. Now, just before we enter into the Paramashiva Dhyana Mantra, I also request everyone to go ahead and call more people. Let's inform people about this amazing blessing that we are having. So I'm going to be, now we are going to be sharing with you about the person who had experienced that ultimate feeling connection. Any one of you, well, just recently you got connected to Swamiji and you just wanted to like really deepen your feeling connection. Pratyaksha Pada Puja is amazing for that, amazing. And we are just now going to be sharing with you a person, but how they experience after hearing Swamiji's voice, and after that we're also going to be sharing with you how a person experience that strong feeling connection with Swamiji directly after Pratyaksha Pada Puja. So stay tuned, and we are going to be starting very shortly.
My humble pranams at the lotus feet of Swamiji. My name is Anjali Oza. I'm from the UK, and I would just like to share a small snippet of my connection with Swamiji. So it began earlier this year in January. My mother was due to have her Dali Avatar call, and I was witness to her phone call, which was projected on a television screen. And it was, at first, a pretty normal experience, watching Swamiji through Zoom, which is something everyone's become very accustomed to. For me, it was all still quite new, but it was captivating from the very first moment. I was listening to him speak, listening to him answer questions, listening to him make jokes. And at some point after he finished speaking to my mother, I'm not sure what it was, but something inside me just clicked. There was a sudden sense of complete surrender, complete peace. And it was a peace that was all-encompassing. It was something I still can't describe to this day. It wasn't your normal complete silence. It was almost blissful. There was nothing else to think about except for just this wave of peace. And I've always been someone who's always believed that in order to feel something, to feel connection to something or to someone, you need to see something happen, or you need to understand how things work. And that evening just proved to me that that's completely untrue. So I know for a fact that if someone like me, who has a tendency to shy away from not believing in things before you can see them, that cognition has been completely shattered and turned into one of the most beautiful feelings I can't even put into words. Going forwards, I mean, from that day, it was just, I wanted to be a part of everything Swamiji was offering, satsangs, workshops, etc. And this program today, this Ganas program, has been an absolute blessing in so many ways. I can only hope that it helps me to expand and grow even more than it has done in the last month, and even more so as it has done from the beginning of this year as well, before the program even started. Just knowing Swamiji's grace, having his blessings, has meant the world to me. Nithyananda.
Je suis Lina Forbin. Je suis récente dans la communauté de Swamiji. J'ai connu Swamiji en commençant par les séminaires de temps en temps, jusqu'au jour où j'ai eu l'initiation à l'Altalmingam. C'est l'année dernière. Donc, je l'ai eu plusieurs fois. Donc, et puis après, j'ai commencé à faire le yoga. Et de plus en plus, je sentais, dès qu'on parlait de Swamiji, j'entrais dans un espace où il était là, sa photo, et à travers les SATSANG, les DARSHAN, je sentais que tout mon corps bougeait. Donc, j'avais même peur au début, je comprenais pas. Et j'ai su que c'était la connexion avec Swamiji qui se faisait en moi. Donc, de plus en plus, j'ai eu envie de continuer. Le programme a été proposé pendant le confinement. Je l'ai fait, le premier programme Paramashivoham, numéro 1, saison 1. Donc, je l'ai fait. Et puis, de plus en plus, tout ce qu'on propose, il y en a beaucoup, mais j'essaie de faire parce que je sens que j'ai envie de l'enseignement, cet enseignement-là me plaît. À travers l'expérience des autres, ça me donne envie de continuer. Les autres sont épanouis, bien. Donc, ça me donne envie de continuer et que je sens de plus en plus la connexion. Donc, je pratique un peu tout ce qu'on propose dans le programme, pas tout parce qu'il y en a beaucoup. Un peu de yoga, pas tous les jours, mais je fais l'unclenching. Et puis, j'ai envie de continuer, j'ai envie de me sentir vraiment dans cet espace-là pour être très bien. Donc voilà, je sens l'appel de Swamiji, je sens que j'ai envie. Voilà. Voilà mon expérience. Voilà, gratitude à Swamiji.
My humble pranams at the lotus feet of Swamiji. My name is Anjali Oza. I'm from the UK, and I would just like to share a small snippet of my connection with Swamiji. So it began earlier this year in January. My mother was due to have her Dali Avatar call, and I was witness to her phone call, which was projected on a television screen. And it was, at first, a pretty normal experience, watching Swamiji through Zoom, which is something everyone's become very accustomed to. For me, it was all still quite new. But it was captivating from the very first moment. I was listening to him speak, listening to him answer questions, listening to him make jokes. And at some point after he finished speaking to my mother, I'm not sure what it was, but something inside me just clicked. There was a sudden sense of complete surrender, complete peace. And it was a peace that was all-encompassing. It was something I still can't describe to this day. It wasn't your normal complete silence. It was almost blissful. There was nothing else to think about except for just this wave of peace. And I've always been someone who's always believed that in order to feel something, to feel connection to something or to someone, you need to see something happen, or you need to understand how things work. And that evening just proved to me that that's completely untrue. So I know for a fact that if someone like me, who has a tendency to shy away from not believing in things before you can see them, that cognition has been completely shattered and turned into one of the most beautiful feelings I can't even put into words. Going forwards, I mean, from that day, it was just, I wanted to be a part of everything Swamiji was offering, satsangs, workshops, etc. And this program today, this Ganas program, has been an absolute blessing in so many ways. I can only hope that it helps me to expand and grow even more than it has done in the last month, and even more so as it has done from the beginning of this year as well, before the program even started. Just knowing Swamiji's grace, having his blessings, has meant the world to me. Nithyananda.
Listening to each of these sharings, It's extremely powerful, just so beautiful. Like Anjali was beautifully sharing. Just the call when she was just have receiving the blessings from Swamiji, when she was just seeing her mother receive the blessings from Swamiji, she had a strong click, a strong experience of peace in her. Understand? Actually, when I was just listening to that one sharing, it is so beautiful. See, anything in life for you to be successful, only a non-violent, peaceful inner space, a peaceful inner infrastructure will make you make the right decisions and handle any situation in life. Normally, one of the biggest problems that many people face, especially now during the times of the pandemic, there's an article published by some top researchers of how clearly in this pandemic, inside this pandemic, another big pandemic is mental health disorders. People are facing insecurities, stress, people are facing aggression, people are facing so much of violence inside themselves, conflict inside themselves. For anything else outside, you may find solutions, but for peace, it has to happen from within. Like Ma Anjali was beautifully sharing, effortlessly, just when you see, when you're in that space, that pure non-violent space of an avatar, naturally the peace happens in your inner space as a byproduct. When you just share that, when you just experience that peace, any decision you make in life, you immediately see how successfully those results manifest.
Just we have an article here about the implications of COVID-19 for mental health and substance use. So all of us can see here how much there's a huge increase in, this is in Jan 2019 and this is Jan 2021.
My God.
In just because of this pandemic, can you see it is increased by 30%. 30%. And this is just in a small area. Imagine what level it is impacting us in.
Please understand, when we say health, when mental health, it even includes like difficulty in sleeping and eating, and increases in alcohol consumption or substance use, and worsening chronic conditions, which is due to worry, stress, and stress about the coronavirus, the whole thing. As the whole pandemic is continuing to take its toll, that as it is damaging, as much as it is causing deaths, so many people, even who are not impacted by the COVID directly, are impacted by the whole ambience that this coronavirus has created.
This mental impact, I'm just going to be reading it out. Young adults have experienced a number of pandemic-related consequences, such as closures of universities, loss of income, that may contribute to poor mental health. During the pandemic, a larger than average share of young adults report symptoms of anxiety, depressive disorder. Compared to all adults, young adults are more likely to report substance use and suicidal thoughts. Prior to the pandemic, young adults were already at high risk of poor mental health and substance use disorder, though many did not receive the treatment. Understand, the pandemic is directly affecting the mental disorder, the mental health of people, creating a huge number of mental disorders, more and more. People are becoming unpredictable. People are losing the peace which is there inside them.
And most
just
importantly,
now, like Ma Anjali, she was sharing, like we had we listened to the sharing of Ma Anjali. She was sharing how just one call from Swamiji, hearing him talk to her mother, brought tremendous silence, peace, but a peace that is not just silence, dead silence, but vibrant peace in her. Just one call. Understand? People are abusing the drugs, abusing themselves by consuming those drugs, using the substance use and experiencing such high levels of suicide thoughts. many suicide rates have increased. Understand the peace inside people are missing. But here you have an opportunity. Here, just sitting at the feet of the Master, like how Ma Anjali in her sharing, just a few seconds ago we heard her share, how just hearing her talk, hearing her mother talking to Swamiji and Swamiji talking to her mother, and just listening to that conversation, listening to Swamiji's voice, all of a sudden, but being just melted, where she suddenly experienced that space, that peace manifesting in her as vibrant peace, not death silence of a graveyard, but a vibrance, peace that is manifesting in her. That Paramashanta, which is exuding bliss through every pore of her. Understand? That is the space that you will experience sitting at the feet of the Master. And anyone who is here, if you want to experience that space, experience that manifestation to happen in you, go ahead. The link is right in front of you on the screen. Offer Pratyaksha Pada Puja.
See, please understand, like each and every one, we all saw the statistics, this whole mental health disorders and depression, the worst thing is people are not being able to handle the stress, anxiety, depression, everything, and they turn towards substance use. They turn towards drugs, which also unfortunately puts them only in a temporary high, just a temporary relief from pain. That's why people turn to alcohol, people turn to drug usage, people turn to substance use. All of these, and that destroys their health in the long term and puts them in, gives them only a temporary temporary peace or temporary high, not even peace. But here, when you are in the presence of an avatar, that non-violent, that space of gratitude which awakens in your inner space as you sit, when you chant each mantra and offer the Pratyaksha Pada Puja, that directly, that is an effortless way to experience a pure state of peace, which always is inside of you. Effortlessly, you can just discover, experience it, because in the presence of an avatar, all your violence,
Now, in this, all of you can continue to offer. And now, in this space, let's all get ready for the Paramashiva Dhanam. Please sit, your head, neck, and spine in a straight line. And let's prepare ourselves for the Paramashiva Dhanam. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has blessed this Paramashiva Dhyana mantra as an initiation, Diksha, that transmits energy, experience, and powers in the form of sacred mantras. Just like how the avatar transcends the Shaktis just by a look, naina, or a touch, sparsha. Similarly, the avatar births himself as the mantras, which encompasses all his Shaktis, the energies, and transmits those Shaktis to the devotees. And anyone to whom this mantra is chanted from the space of oneness and deep restful awareness, that person will be restored health, well-being, wealth, abundance, prosperity, love, fulfilling relationships, enormous growth and success in business, job, finances. A complete and a fulfilled life manifests without any types of doshas or sins, evil eyes or obstacles, leading to a long, healthy, peaceful life. With the grace and blessings of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Kailasa's Department of Human Services and Kailasa's Department of Religion and Worship is offering the Paramashiva Dhyana Mantra, the prayer service, on behalf of each and every one of you. Today we are going to be offering our prayers and request the blessings of Devi Parashakti, the Nija Avatara, the physical embodied form of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Shri Nithyananda Paramashivam, on behalf of all of you for the following benefits.
We are going to offer our prayers to Devi Parashakti as she manifests through the Nija Avatara, Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, for the healing of your health issues, healing of psychological stress or anxiety, healing of addictions, moving out of depressions, for you to move out of your pain patterns, for you to have improved career, you to heal relationships with spouse, family, and profession, and for you to have a breakthrough in wealth dimension, for you to be out of any kind of insecurities, for the protection of children that are orphaned during the pandemic, protection from natural calamities, protection from lost wages and income, solution to any problem, breakthrough in creativity, increased inspiration, for you to move out of all your debts, experience increased energy and vitality, healing from all insecurities, fears, and panic attacks, for you to be protected from any direct or indirect effects of the pandemic, for the leadership consciousness to be awakened in you, healing from any genetic or inherited disorders, experiencing completion in your muscle memory, experiencing completion with your biological mother, experiencing feeling connection with the cosmic mother, awakening the divine feminine consciousness in you, with the grace and blessings of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism always be with you.
Let's all enter into the Paramashiva Dhyana Mantra. 6-3. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Hrim Nithyanandaya Namaha. Om Ham Haum Shivaya Namaha. Om Nithyanandam Paramasukadam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dvandvatitam Gagana Sadrisham Tattvamasyaadhilaksham Ekam Nityam Vimalamachalam Sarvadi Sakshi Bhutam Bhavatitam Trigunarahitam Sadgurum Tam Namami. I surrender to that Sadguru who is eternal bliss, the bestower of supreme happiness, the one who is embodiment of wisdom, who is beyond duality, who is omnipresent, to whom the supreme goal is giving the enlightenment experience, who is eternal, pure and unshakable, who is the silent spectator of all thought processes, who is beyond emotions, who is without the three qualities called Sattva, Rajas and Tamas.
When you make a conscious resolution in the presence of the avatar, the power of the Sankalpa itself will deliver the experience and manifest your reality. Om
Mamopata samasta duritakshaya dvara Bhagavat Shri Nithyananda Paramashiva Prityartham. I am taking this conscious resolution today for destroying all my karmas and sins, and in order to please Bhagavan Shri Nithyananda Paramashivam. Asya Devadevasya Mahadevasya Akhilanda Koti Brahmanda Nayakasya. Who is the God of all gods? Who is the greatest of gods? The Lord of universes and multiverses. Who is the Lord of the cosmos? Sakala Jagat Sreshti Sthiti Samhara Tiro Bhava Anugrahakya Panchakritya Parayanasya. The one who does the cosmic actions of creation, sustenance, rejuvenation, pulling out of delusion and liberation. Adhimadhyantarahitasya Aprameya Parakramasya Tattvartha Gocharasya. The one who is the beginning, middle and end. The one who is immeasurable. Akara Ukara Makaratmaka Pranavatmakasya Vrishabharudhasya Mahadevasya Kamikadi Vatulanta Mahatantrakya Shaivagamaswarupasya Sakala Nigamagamaswarupasya Shuddhadvaita Shaiva Sarupasya Nithyananda Padastasya Nithyananda Swarupasya Shuddha Sachidananda Vigrahasya Rupa Rupatitasya Sakala Nishkala Swarupasya Nitya Niranjana Niramaya Nirvikara Khandadi Visheshanasya Shri Nithyanandeshwari Parashakti Sameta Shri Nithyanandeshwara Paramashivasya Shri Nithyanandeshwari Parashakti Sameta Shri Nithyanandeshwara Paramashiva Avatara Bhutasya Sarvadeva Devi Swarupasya Bhagavataha Shri Nithyananda Paramashivasya Cha Prityartham Shubhe Shobhane Muhurte Adya Brahmanaha Dvidiya Pararte Shri Shvetavaraha Kalpe Vaivasvatamanvantare Ashtavimshati Tame Nitya Yuge Prathame Pade Jambo Dvipe Bharata Varshe Bharata Kande Meroho Dakshine Parshve Shakabde Asmin Vartamane Vyavaharike Prabhavadinam Shashtyaha Samvatsarana Madhye Shubhanama Samvatsare Shubhayane Shubharatav Shubhavase Shubhapakshe Shubhatitav Shubhavasara Yuktayam Shubhanakshatra Shubhayoga Shubhakarana Evam Guna Viseshena Vishishtayam Asyam Shubhaditau. During this auspicious time, during the second half of the lifetime of Lord Brahma, during the Kalpa called Shvetavaraha, during the regime of Vaivasvata Manu, during the first quarter of the Yuga called Nitya Yuga, in the island called Jambu, in the continent called Bharata Varsha, the Indian subcontinent called Bharata Khanda, in the southern side of the Mount Meru, in the Shaka era, during the auspicious year, which is one of the set of 60 years which is in practice, of which Prabhava is the first year, in the auspicious Ayana, in the auspicious season, in the auspicious month, in the auspicious Paksha, in the auspicious Tithi, in the auspicious day, during the auspicious Nakshatra, auspicious Yoga, and auspicious Karana, during such an auspicious moment, Adi Kailase Kalpavrikshasya Adhaha Nithyananda Nagare Smrita Smritana Muktidayake Mahakshetre.
We now request all the participants, whether you're offering for yourself or you're offering for someone else. If you're offering for any male participant, please chant their names now.
Namadheyasya.
We now request all the participants, whether you're offering for yourself or you're offering for someone else. But if you're offering for a female, please chant the names of the female members, female participants now.
Namnyaha cha yajamananam avayoho sahakutumbanam bandhuvarganam jayadivarganam mitravarganam sodaravarganam samesham. For all those who are participants, hosts and me, with their families, relatives, inheritors, friends, brothers and everyone, Sarva Bhishta Siddhyartam, Sarva Mangala Vapyartam, Uttarottaranavachinna Sthiralakshmi Prapyartam. Always let there be all types of good and auspiciousness. Always let there be unbroken flow and steady flow of abundance, prosperity and wealth. Kutumbe sarvesham sarvabhishta siddhyartam chintita manorathavaapyatam. Let the family always have all kind of auspiciousness and anything which is desired be fulfilled. Samesham adhivyadhinivrityartam Samesham shiradipada-paryantam Vidyamananam Sameshu Angeshu Janita Janishyamana Sakala Vida Nana Vida Roganam Vyapohartam Tadvara Rogadridagatra Vapuhu Siddhyartam. Let all chronic diseases be healed. Let all kinds of diseases and disorders in the body, starting from head till toe, which has occurred or which is yet to occur in the various parts of the body, be healed. Let a strong, diseaseless, healthy, and handsome and graceful body be obtained. Samesham Paraikartribhishcha Kritakarishyaman Sakala Vidha Mantra Tantra Yantra Vishachurna Abhichara Stambhana Marana Uchatana Vidveshana Vashikaranadi Mantrika Prayogebhyaha Rakshana Prapyatam Tadvara Samesham Sarvabhishta Siddhyatam. Let the protection be obtained from all evil effects of the acts performed by people, either in the past or yet to be performed in the future, through the use of mantras, tantras, yantras, poisonous spells, employing spells for malevolent purposes, like making a person immobile, killing a person through vomiting and diarrhea, upsetting and ruining the health, poisoning and hypnotizing, etc. Apamrityu dosha nivrityartam, kala mrityu, akala mrityu, durmrityu nivrityartam. Let all the doshas or ill effects related to death, like destined death, unnatural death, fatal death, be removed. Samesham antardrishti, bahidrishti, krura drishti, vyapara drishti, anukula drishti, pratikula drishti, ityadi sakala vida drishta dosha nivrityartam. Let all the evil eyes from known and unknown sources, effects of cruelty filled eyes, evil eyes of business enemies, effects of evil eyes of people who may project as if they are well wishers, the effects of the evil eyes of people who are against our well-being be removed. Samesham Antashatru, Bahi Shatru, Krura Shatru, Vyapara Shatru, Anukula Shatru, Pratikula Shatru, Ityadi, Sakala Vidha Shatru, Badha Nivrityartam. Let all the effects of inner enemies and outer enemies, fierce enemies, business enemies, enemies who may project themselves as good, enemies who work against our well-being be removed. Samesham Matrusha-padi Sakala-vidha-shapanam Vyapohanartham. Let the effects from all the curses right from the mother be removed. Anadi avidya vasanaya pravartamane asmin mahati samsara chakre vichitra bihi karma gati bihi vichitrasu yonishu punah punaha anekada janitva. From time immemorial, due to ignorance, we get caught in the vast cycle of birth and death. Due to the effects of our action, we take birth again and again in various bodies, which is quite strange. Kenapi punya karma visheshena bhagavataha Shri Nithyananda Paramashivasya Parimitaya Kripaya Idanim Tana Manushya Janma Praptavatam. Yet, due to some good action with extreme and immeasurable compassion and grace of Bhagavan Shri Nithyananda Paramashivam, we have been blessed with a human body. Samesham iha janmani purva janmani janma janmantareshu sarvaihi kritanam Shiva ninda devi ninda guru ninda dosha vyapohartham Shiva parada devya parada gurva parada dosha vyapohartham. Any kind of abuse we may have done to Paramashiva, Parashakti and Guru in the present birth, past birth or any of the births be removed. Any kind of crimes or offences committed against Paramashiva, Parashakti and Guru be removed. Brahma Hatya Surapana Swarnasteya Guru Talpagamana Tatsansargakya Panchamahapatakadi Samasta Papa Vyatiriktartham. Let the 5 great sins, like killing a Brahmin, drinking prohibited alcohol, stealing gold, having illicit relationship with gurus, one's own mother, elder sister, and other such motherly figures, and with those people who have committed mentions.
Let all the karmic effects of action done as a all the sins done through karmendriyas, that is the 5 organs which excreting, and reproductive organs and jnanendriya
Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda 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 Paramashivoham.
Apologies for the technical. Hope all of you are able to see us and hear us now.
will now be resuming the Paramashivoham mantra. Apologies for the technical glitch and for the inconvenience caused. Thank you all for your patience. We will now be resuming the Paramashivoham mantra. Paramashivoham mantra prayer service is part of the preparation for the Bhava Samadhi darshan of Devi Parashar.
अपनोदन द्वारा समस्त मंगल प्राप्त्यर्थम शिव भक्ति देवी भक्ति गुरु भक्ति सिद्ध्यर्थम परम शिवत्व परम शिव स्थिति परम शिव शक्ति सिद्ध्यर्थम. Through the removal of sins, let us be showered with all auspiciousness. Let Paramashiva Bhakti, Devi Bhakti and Guru Bhakti be obtained. Let the state of Paramashiva, space of Paramashiva and powers of Paramashiva be obtained. Kutumbe Sarvada Sanmangala Praptyartham Anyonya Prema Bhividyartham Purnatva Siddhyartham sarvapanivrityartham.
Let the whole family always be showered with all auspiciousness. Let mutual love bloom among all people. Let completion happen. Let all the mishap be removed. Kshiprarogya-vaptyartham ayurbhivridyartham. Let healthy body be obtained instantly and immediately. Let longevity be bestowed. Vyapare udyoge cha sarvajana vashikaranartham. Tadvara unnato natasthana praptyartham. Let your charisma impress everyone in business and job, and through that, let you attain the best of the best positions.
बहुधन सौख्य प्राप्त्यर्थं गृह कनक पशुपुत्र पौत्र धन धान्य सौख्य प्राप्त्यर्थं.
Let extremely wealthy and happy life happen. Let various wealth be showered in the form of house, gold, cattle, children, grandchildren, money, grains, and all the comforts related to worldly life. Adityadina navanam grahanam dosha pida nivaranartham. Adityadina navanam grahanam anukulyata siddhyartham. Let all the malefic effects of the 9 planets be removed, and let the auspiciousness be bestowed by the grace of all the 9 planets.
भूम्यन्तरिक्षे विद्यमान भूत प्रेत पिशाच राक्षस ब्रह्म राक्षस वेताल कुष्मांड डाकिनी शाकिनी इत्यादि सर्वारिष्ट निवारणार्थम.
Let all the evil effects that cause calamities on planet Earth, the evil effects from various demonic beings like Bhuta, Preta, dead people, Pishacha, demon, Rakshasa, Brahma Rakshasa, Vetala, ghost, Kushmanda, class of demons, Dakini, little devil, Shakini, kind of female demon be removed.
मनोव्याकुलता निवारणार्थं. Let the mental confusion and worry be removed. प्रारब्धे कर्मणि करिष्यमाणे कर्मणि आदिदैविक आदिभौतिक आध्यात्मिक विघ्न निवारणार्थं. Let all the obstacles be removed with regard to actions done or going to be done relating to God, world and spirituality.
Samasta Rina Nivaranartham Dhana Lakshmi, Dhanya Lakshmi, Santana Lakshmi, Saubhagya Lakshmi, Vidya Lakshmi, Shaurya Lakshmi, Veera Lakshmi, Vijaya Lakshmi, Ityadi Ashta Lakshmi Paripurna Kripa Kataksha Siddhyartham. Let all the loans be removed. Let all the Ashtalakshmis like Dhana Lakshmi, wealth, Dhanya Lakshmi, food and grain, Santana Lakshmi, offsprings, Saubhagya Lakshmi, fortune,
Vidya Lakshmi, knowledge, Shaurya Lakshmi, bravery, Veera Lakshmi, heroism, Vijay Lakshmi, success be showered upon. Parikshasu unnata sthane Vijaya praptyartham. Sarva vidya parangata siddhyartham. Medha Shakti, Grahana Shakti, Abhiruddhyartham.
Let the top rank be obtained in examinations. Let all the excellence be acquired in all fields of knowledge. Let the memory, power, understanding, ability be increased. Ityadi sakala vidha sanmangalani Guru Kripa Katakshena Praptyartham. By the grace of the Guru, let all the above auspiciousness be showered upon. Shri Kailasonada Dwadashanta Shamala Pita Ruda. The one who has ascended the Mother Adinam Shamala Pitam, the Pitam established by Devi Meenakshi, the incarnation of Shamala Devi, which is the supreme place of Kailasa, where Paramashiva resides and rules all the cosmos and Kailasa. Shri Meenakshi Sundareshwara Bhinna Swarupa Parashiva Putra Ratna Kumara Guru Manya Tulya Avatara. The one who is no different from Meenakshi Sundareshwara, the most beloved son of Paramashiva, the young boy. Guru Manya Tulya Avatara Shri Parvati Sanyapana Labda Divya Jnana Vishruta Sakala Nigama Gamasara Bhuta Dravida Veda Pravakta. The young boy who is a gem among gurus and unequaled avatar, the one who received enlightenment by drinking the breast milk of Devi Parvati, author of the famous Dravida Veda, which is the essence of all the Vedas and Agamas. Srimad Paramashiva Karuna Samadhikata Mukta Maya Chaturashaya Nagiyamana Chatra Chamara Shri Chinha Kahaladi Samasta Birada Valyalankrita Jnana Vijnana Chakravarti. The one adorned by the quadrangular palanquin of made of pearls, received by the grace of Paramashiva, adorned by the musical instruments, umbrella, chamaram, sacred symbols of worship, etc., adorned by the hymns of praises, the one who has won the whole world by his enlightenment and the science of enlightenment, and been accepted by all kings as the supreme ruler.
Sarvajana Sangha Sadhyo Nirvana Diksha Veyapa Pavarga Vasha Vishrana Jimuta Paramata Kalabakesari, the shower of Videha Mukti, an immutable state of enlightenment, immediately by Nirvana Disha to all people, the one who creates bliss, protecting leaders, the roaring lion and trumpeting young elephant. For other religions, Shaiva Siddhanta Sthapanacharya, Shri Rajadiraja Pandya Maharaja Guru, Shapana Shakyadi Mahandakara Nivarana Jnana Bhanu, Vikshana Narhana Dvajo Chedana Purvaka, Srimad Rishabhadvaja Sthapaka, Shaiva Samaya Kartre, the Acharya who established Shaiva Siddhanta, the Rajaguru of the Pandya king, who is the supreme king of all kings, the Guru who is also the Pandya king, the supreme king of all kings, the enlightening sun that removes utter darkness of delusion, the one who installed the Vrishabha flag, the creator and reviver of Shaivism, Sarvajna Pitha Rudha, Shri Jagat Guru, Shri Jnana Sambandha Deshika Swami, Vagisha Sundara Manikya Vachaka Swami Nam, Avatara Bhuta, Shri Jnana Sambandha Deshika Swami, Shamala Pita, Sarvajna Pita, Trinavatyuttara Dishistama Guru Mahasannidhana, the one who is the ruler of Sarvajna Pita, the seat of omniscience, O the avatar of such with above mentioned attributes, the Guru of the whole world, Shri Jnana Sambandha Deshika Swami, Appar Sundarar Manikya Vachaka Swami, O the ruler of the kingdom of enlightenment, the Shamala Pita Mahasamasthana, which was revived by Jnana Sambandha Swami, O the one who has ascended the seat of omniscience, the 293rd Guru Mahasannidhana, Arunagiri Yogishwara Parampara, Arunachala Sarvajna Pita Guru Mahasannidhana, the one who has ascended the seat of Arunachala Sarvajna Pita in the lineage of Arunagiri Yogishwara and Kailasa. Kailasa Paramparagata Kanchi Kailasa Sarvajna Pita Trayasrim Shaduttara Dishitama Guru Mahasannidhana, the one who has ascended the seat of Kanchi Kailasa Sarvajna Pita as the 233rd Pontiff Guru Mahasannidhanam in the lineage of Kailasa. Nityotsava Nityamangala Nitya Kalyana Nitya Rajita Kailasa Paramparagatha Adi Kailasa Nithyananda Pitha Mahasamasthana Mahasimhasana Pitha Kartre, the creator of the Nithyananda Pitha Mahasamasthana Mahasimhasana Pitha, which is eternally celebrating auspicious festival having the attractive energy of enriching. Sakshat Shri Paramashivoham Udbhuta Kailasa Paramparagata Vaivasvata Manikshak Varishandra Bhagirata Shri Ramachandra Shurasena Ityadi Anavachinna Sarvabhauma Chakravarti Paramparagata Chatushashti Yogini Mandita Chatushashti Sampradaya Pravartaka Manudharma Shasana Surya Vamsha Prapta Sarvajna Pita Surangi Samrajya Murda Abhishikta Chudamani Sakshat Shri Paramashivoham Udbhuta Kapila Mahaguru Punaradhrita Mahanirvani Pita Ashtottara Sahasra Shri Mahamandaleshwara, the 1008 Shri Mahamandaleshwara of Mahanirvani Pita, established by Bhagavan Paramashiva himself and revived by sage Kapila. Sakshat Shri Paramashiva Simhasana Abhishekta Samasta Gananayaka Shri Mahaganapati Samarambha Anavachinna Pithadishwara Guru Parampara Prapta Athala Pita Ashtottara Sahasratama Ashtottara Sahasra Shri Athala Pithadishwara, the 1008 Shri Athala Pithadishwara of Athala Pita, which is unbroken lineage of pontiffs starting from Bhagavan Mahaganapati, who is the leader of the Ganas and who has coronated by Bhagavan Paramashiva himself, Dharma Mukti Swarga Pura Swarna Pita, Trayo Vimsha Guru Mahasannidhana, the 23rd Guru Mahasannidhana of Dharma Mukti Swarga Pura Swarna Pita, Kailasa Paramparagata Adi Pita Sarvajna Pita Jagat Guru, the Jagat Guru of Adi Pita Sarvajna Pita in the lineage of Kailasa. Shri Kailasa Punaruddharaka, Shri Kailasa Paramacharya, Srimad Paramahamsa Parivrajakacharya Varya, Satchidananda Pranava Swarupa, Shrotriya Brahmanishta, Srimad Jagat Guru, Srila Shri Bhagavat Shri Nithyananda Paramashiva Shri Jnana Sambandha Deshika Paramacharya Swami Nam Prityartham, who is in the state of Paramahamsa, the Acharya of all sannyasis and parivrajakas, the embodiment of the pure truth consciousness and bliss, the embodiment of sacred syllable Om, the knower of the Vedas, the one established in the superconsciousness, Tesham Pada Ravindayoho Bhakti Siddhyartam, Guru Kripa Katacha Siddhyartam, Kshema Stairya Virya Vijayura Rogya Aishwaryanam Abhiruddhyartam, Dharmartha Kama Moksha Chaturvida Pala Purushartha Siddhyartam,
Samasta Duritopashantyartham Samasta Mangalavaptyartham Bhagavat Shri Nithyananda Paramashiva Prasadena Sakutumbhasya Jnana Vairagya Jivan Mukti Praptyartham Cha Shri Nithyanandeshwari Parashakti Sameta Shri Nithyanandeshwara Paramashivasya Shri Nithyanandeshwari Parashakti Sameta Shri Nithyanandeshwara Paramashiva Avatara Bhutasya सर्वदेव देवी स्वरूपस्य भगवतः श्री नित्यानंद परमशिवस्य च ध्यान षोडशोपचार सर्वोपचार अर्चनाराधन पूजां प्रार्थनां करिष्ये। ओम आनंद गंध निलयाय नमः। ओम भवरोग भेषजाय नमः। ओम कल्पतरवे नमः। ओम पशुपतये नमः। ओम पाशविमोचकाय नमः। ओम ईप्सितफलदायकाय नमः। ओम भाग्यवृत्ति परिवर्तकाय नमः। ओम विडदिपुरीशाय नमः। ओम आधिव्याधि विनाशकाय नमः। ओम समस्त कल्याण गुणान्विताय नमः। ओम श्री कैलासपतये नमः। ओम शिवशक्त्यैक्य स्वरूपाय नमः। ओम ह्रीं नित्यानंदाय नमः। ओम हां हौं शिवाय नमः। ओम श्री नित्यानंदेश्वरी पराशक्ति समेत श्री नित्यानंदेश्वर परमशिवाय नमः। ओम श्री नित्यानंदेश्वरी पराशक्ति समेत श्री नित्यानंदेश्वर परमशिवाय अवतार भूत सर्वदेव देवी स्वरूपाय श्रील श्री भगवत श्री नित्यानंद परमशिव श्री ज्ञान संबंध देशिक परमाचार्य स्वामिने नमः। ओम नित्यानंदम। Let's chant the Dhyana shloka for Devi Parashakti. सिन्दूरारुण विग्रहां त्रिनयनां माणिक्यमौलिस्फुरत् तारानायक शेखरां स्मितमुखीमापीनवक्षोरुहां पाणिभ्यामलिपूर्णरत्नचषकं रक्तोत्पलं बिभ्रतीं सौम्यां रत्नघटस्थरक्तचरणां ध्यायेत् परामम्बिकाम्. The Divine Mother is to be meditated upon as shining in a vermilion red body, with a triple eye sporting a crown of ruby studded with the crescent moon, a face of all smiles, a splendid bust, one hand holding a jewel cup, brimming with mead, and the other twirling a red lotus. Arunam karunam tarangitakshim dhritapaashankusha pushpabana chapam animadibiravritamayukairahamityeva vibhavaye bhavani. I meditate on the great empress. She is red in color and her eyes are full of compassion, and holds the nose, the gourd, the bow, and the flowery arrows in her hand. She is surrounded on all sides by powers such as anima for rays, and she is the self within me. ध्यायेत् पद्मासनस्तां विकसितवदनां पद्मपत्रायदाक्षीं हेमाम्भां पीतवस्त्रां करकलितलसत्तेम पद्माम्बराङ्गीं सर्वालङ्कारयुक्तां सततमभयतां भक्तनम्रां भवानीं श्रीविद्यां शान्तमूर्तिं सकलसुरनुतां सर्वसम्पत्प्रदात्रीं. The divine goddess is to be meditated upon as seated on the lotus with petal eyes. She is golden hued and has lotus flowers in her hand. She dispels fear for the devotees who bow before her. She is the embodiment of peace, knowledge, and is praised by gods and grants every kind of wealth wished for. Sakunkuma vilepanam alika chumbi kasturikam samantahasitekshanam sasharachapa pashangusham अशेष जन मोहिनी मरुणमाल्य भूषाम्बरां जपा कुसुम भासुरां जपवितौ स्मरेदम्बिकाम्. I meditate on the mother whose eyes are smiling, who holds the arrow, bow, noose, and the gourd in her hands. She is glittering with red garlands and ornaments. She is painted with kumkum on her forehead. The same space. So I'll get ready to receive the darshan of Devi Parashakti, that she herself is manifesting through the supreme pontiff attending to each and every one of our prayers, questions, blessing us with boons, manifesting and fulfilling all our desires. Just happening. Sit straight. With your head, neck, and spine in a straight line. Breathe in and breathe out deeply and slowly. From any kind of restlessness, from any kind of distraction, into the pure space of joy and gratitude. Have your eyes closed.
Just a few more minutes. We are going to be having the live darshan of Devi Parashakti herself, the embodied form of the supreme quantum of Hinduism, Jagadguru Maha Sannidhanam, His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Shri Nithyananda Paramashivam. Just prepare your whole inner space, immense gratitude over all your conscious aspirations, all your needs, wants, everything is just melting away. Just see how much she has showered her life. Everything starting from your existence itself, just her grace, her blessings. See how she is showering. Be seated, meditators. Chant BHAVA. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Your whole inner space filled with the gratitude because the cosmic mother is happening in your life today. She is coming down just for you. Deep meditation. I request all the viewers really recommend by doing this. Help feel that most beautiful space. So kindly sit straight. Sit in a deep meditative space. Just be ready to receive your just a few more minutes. We are going to be darshan now.
Chant the Mahavakya. Space. Relax from all kind of distractions, all kind of restlessness. Do not create a thought. Do not entertain a thought. Do not destroy it. Just unclutch. Just witness as the thoughts are passing in front of you. Meditate this space. You are going to be having darshan. As per our Shakti herself. Let your whole inner space just melt inside.
Look around you.
Paramashivoham.
Everything that she has showered upon in your life. Look around you. Everything, her blessing, her grace. Offer your gratitude, divine Mother.
Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.